A day in Winter Garden, a day in the life. Man, I'm waking up, getting prepared for school. My granddad, I'm staying with my granddad. Stay with me, my mom, my granddad, 3 of my cousins. Smaller house over there. Obviously, all of us couldn't fit in there, but we made it work. Someone had to sleep on the couch on the floor. Me and my mom, we had to sleep in the same bed for a while, and it's something I was ashamed of that.
The neighborhood that actually Garrett grew up in, I actually was raised in that neighborhood. It was nice, quiet, and you had neighbors that the adults in the neighborhood, it was just like everyone looked out for everyone. And throughout the years, so by the time Garrett's a young kid and we're there, things drastically changed.
I'm at the bus stop. I'm on one side, I'm at the park. Literally across the street from me, we got the dope boys over there, getting off whatever they getting off. Not thinking anything of it. We going to school, but they right over there. We go to school, we do what we do, come back. They on that same block. They on that same block right there. It's 3 o'clock right there. They doing what they do.
I grew up in that neighborhood, and being a parent, I knew I wanted Garrett to have opportunities, and I always tell him, it's not where you live, but it's how you live. Because you can be in the best neighborhood and still just live in such disarray. So I will always just pound that into him, and I just believe he was my responsibility. So I wanted him to not have things, but opportunities, because opportunities open the doors. Things don't, they're temporarily.
Thanks.
And so I would just sign them up for sports all the time, but also, and not just sports, but we always talked about school, grades, and he always had to read. Beside what he had to do in school, I was always I remember check out 2 books. Remember, we go to the library, but one of those books always had to be about somebody black, because he had to learn things about where he was from and who did this before him.
Not a lot of people make it out. It's a lot of talent. A lot of talent has came and still there. But very few make it out. Very few make it out. My way making it out was sports. From the earliest I can remember, I was involved in sports. Man, Coach came into my life, I would say in middle school. Coach got in my life in middle school and took a hold of me. Not just me, but the rest of the other jits, around the neighborhood who had some sort of potential, or who he saw that could do something. Or better yet, whoever would give him the chance for him to pour into their lives.
As many bad things that are happening around us, the kids that I know that I've lost because of gunfire, I know that they're in heaven. So I think that if I can make sure that they have their faith, then I can rest assured, if it was a drive-by or whatever, that hey, I know they're in heaven because they've had that. And I think that was one of the things I was the most proud of, and I'll have to show it to you, was with Dexter, the kid that was going to Louisville. He's given a speech to kids talking about grades and all that other stuff, but at the end he says, put God first. Without God, there's nothing. So I like it because I know Dexter's talking from heaven, so when kids hear that story at a camp you're putting on, and they hear Naquan's story of getting shot and living, it's real now. And at the end of the day, when football's over, what's your faith? What that's going to get you? Because I look at it as, it's not how much money I have in the bank. It's what can I do to help people around me make this world a better place. And that's why I feel good about you're that next up guy. So I feel like if something happened to me tomorrow, I'm good, because now I got you, Roman, all of these other guys that you're going to pick up that torch. And I know that there's a whole nother generation that we're going to continue to change that community.
Coach, I'll let you know, I'm thankful. God makes no mistakes, and I'm glad, we crossed paths, and I'm glad and thankful, for the influence that that you played in my life, and not just my life, but so many other guys from that neighborhood and surrounding neighborhoods, because you give hope. You give hope. A great man, a serving man. You serve. You never want anything, but you always want to give. So if there's anything that you want, is to give. And I think, man, that's a quality and a trait that that I honor. I honor. And it's funny too, because those same things in the same camps that you was taking us to, if you were to see me on a Saturday morning and open up my back car doors, you're gonna see some other kids in the back.
Pay it back, brother.
You're gonna see the
don't
same
pay it
kids
forward.
in the back.
I know, exactly, man.
Appreciate you,
Exactly.